Hi, fourth grade. Today I'm going to teach you again about theme. So when I was looking over your responses from Monday, I noticed that a lot of people did not choose a theme from these anchor charts that I connected to the Google Classroom stream. So I noticed when people put the theme in their graphic organizer, they just wrote about something that happened in the story. Remember that a theme is a lesson that you can learn from the story. Another way to think about it is it might be advice you would give a character. So when we use the graphic organizer on Monday, one way that you can help determine the theme is to think about the problem in the story and then what advice would you give the character to fix the problem. So if I think about Number the Stars, our read aloud that we did in class, and I look at the themes in fiction, this anchor chart, or there's another one, these are all different pieces of advice or lessons that the characters can learn. When we say the theme of a story, we do not use characters' names or what happened in that specific story. We use that in the evidence that to support the theme that we choose. So if I'm looking at the first one, and I make this a little bigger, some of the themes, popular themes that can be applied to numerous stories is growth can come from failure, appreciate what you have, stand up for what you believe in, help others in their time of need. I know that I talked to some book clubs about this, but for Number the Stars, I think a really big theme that comes across is to help others in their time of need. So now if I am writing, because today I'm going to have you practice writing a response. If I am writing my response to this, now, oops, let me make this a little bit bigger. So I would say in here, the theme of the story is to help others in their time of need. Now is when I would give evidence from the story to support my theme. So again, in book clubs or when you're sharing your thinking or your responses, you always want to try to give multiple pieces of evidence from the text to support your thinking or the theme. You can start by saying one example, and I know I talked with, again, some groups about this. So one example is when Anne-Marie pulled the Star of David necklace off Ellen when the German soldiers were in the house. She did this so that Ellen wouldn't get taken away. Right? Again, I want to show that I understand the story, and a lot of times there's more than one part of the story that shows the theme. So I'm thinking another example of is when Peter helped the Jewish, I could say another example is when Peter and Henrik helped the Jewish people and the Rosens escape by getting them clothes and taking them on the boat to Sweden. Again, another example is help others in their time of need. The whole, I could say lastly, these are transitions again. Remember, when we're writing, we're always practicing writing. So your writing should be in complete sentences. They should have capital letters and they should have periods when you're writing. Should always be practicing that. So lastly, the Johanssons helped their friends, the Rosens, when the German soldiers were looking for them. So again, a theme is not something that happened in the story. It's something that you can learn from the story. So a theme does not include characters' names or what happened in it. That's the evidence of the story. So again, if I look at my response for Number the Stars, I said the theme of the story is to help others in their time of need. One example is when Anne Marie pulled the Star of David necklace off Ellen when the German soldiers were in the house. She did this so that Ellen wouldn't get taken away. Another example is when Peter and Henrik helped the Jewish people and the Rosens escape by getting them clothes and taking them on the boat to Sweden. Lastly, the Johansons helped their friends the Rosens when the German soldiers were looking for them. So again, I tried to give multiple pieces of evidence throughout the story to show to help others in their time of need. So today what you're going to do is you're going to listen to a short story called The Invisible Boy, and then you're going to practice thinking using the anchor charts to come up with a theme, and then giving 2 or 3 pieces of evidence to support that, doing this all writing in complete sentences with your response.